The annual Balikatan exercises between the Philippines and United States will go full scale next year, Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, Chief General Jose Faustino Jr. said Thursday. The relationship between our two armed forces, especially now that for this MDB-SEB, Mutual Defense Board and Security Engagement Board, activity, we have lined up number of activities that will further strengthen the bilateral relationship between our two militaries, and as mentioned, we will go full-scale, Balikatan, next year, Faustino said in a virtual presser shortly after the 2021 MDB-SEB meeting in Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. He also added that cooperation between the AFP and the United States has improved when it comes to maritime security, humanitarian assistance, disaster relief, cybersecurity, and also information sharing, among others. Due to global health concerns, the holding of the Balikatan exercise was cancelled in 2020. Meanwhile, the number of activities and participants during this year's exercises held from April 12 to 23 was scaled down in compliance with health and safety protocols. U.S. Indo-Pacific Command Head, Admiral John Aquilino, who was present at the MDB-SEB, said the alliance between the two countries continues to grow stronger. We value the capabilities, capacity, expertise that our Philippine counterparts bring, but it's strengthened by our increased operations and exercises together. Gen. Faustino has the lead for the next, Balikatan. I believe we will look to renew and get back to a full-scale event, and we will both look for opportunities to increase the complexity, the scope, all the way to look towards new partners participating in the future, Aquilino said. Faustino and Aquilino's meeting resulted in the successful completion of the MDB-SEB, ensuring continued, robust relations between American and Filipino forces. The U.S. and Philippines agreed to hold over 300 activities for 2021. We were privileged to witness the advancing level of cooperation and communication that both the Philippines and United States impart through the successful MDB-SEB meeting. I am optimistic that our alliance will continue to be robust in view of new and emerging security challenges that confront our nations. After all, we share the same goal of keeping peace and stability in this region, Faustino said. The MDB was established in 1958 and the SEB was established in 2006. The two boards form the annual MDB-SEB, which coordinates a framework for defense and security cooperation between the U.S. and Philippine militaries. For more than 100 years, the people of our two countries have shared a deep friendship. This friendship is based on values, to include upholding freedom for all people, Aquilino said. The sanctity of freedom was the foundation of our alliance, and it is still applicable today, he added. Approximately 60 soldiers from U.S. Army Pacific Command, led by the 5th Security Force Assistance Brigade, trained side by side with the Philippine Army's 1st Brigade Combat Team from July 9 to 31, 2021 at Fort Magsaysay as part of Salanib 21. Salanib is a Philippine Army-led, bilateral exercise sponsored by U.S. Army Pacific designed to contribute to and enhance U.S. and Philippine defense readiness and tactical interoperability while strengthening the relationship between the two long-standing partners. The U.S. has a deep, sustained alliance and partnership with the Philippines, 5th SFAB's Force Package 21-2 Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Gore said. It is a fundamental priority for the U.S. to continue enhancing our alliances and building on our existing partnerships through bilateral exercises like Salanib. The training focused around numerous subject matter expert exchanges involving disciplines like fire support, engineering, communications, military intelligence, how to counter improvised explosive devices, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear and explosives, and K-9 military working dogs. Our combined team of Philippine and U.S. Army participants during Salanib 21 was grateful for every opportunity we had to train together during this 21-day exercise. Force Package 21-2 I Operations Officer Major James Gibson said. Joining the 5th SFAB at Salanib were elements from the 20th Chemical, Biological, Radiological, Nuclear and Explosives Command, and 8th Theater Sustainment Command's 520th Military Police Detachment. Watching my team leader, a captain, lead U.S. planning with his Philippine Army counterparts was impressive, said Staff Sergeant Joseph Frank, Senior Operations Advisor, Team 5212, 5th SFAB. However, it wasn't until getting to witness the culmination of all our combined efforts during Salanib 21, that I truly realized the art of multinational operations. The 5th SFAB began sending soldiers to the Philippines earlier this year as part of a concerted effort to maintain a consistent presence in the Indo-Pacific. Salanib 21 provided an opportunity to continue to build relationships, share experiences, and increase trust as we strive to maintain and enjoy the benefits of an environment that safeguards security, stability, prosperity and peace in the Indo-Pacific, Lieutenant Colonel Gore said. The brigade plans on sending teams to the Philippines periodically to enhance the long-standing partnership between the two nations and set conditions for major exercises like Balikatan and Salanib, held annually in the Philippines. The exercise was the first time the U.S. Army's 5th SFAB served as an exercise lead for USARPAC.